Hello everyone, I will be representing Alejandro Sanai's 2019 Fall 2019 Senior Project, the Robotics Academy Project. A team of FIU researchers were awarded $1 million from the National Science Foundation to assess the employee impacts of adopting automation and robotic technologies in the building industry, and to evaluate how business can prepare for a robotic-driven future and develop a training program to prepare the workforce for the adoption of these advanced technologies. This is gonna include people from it's gonna involve from students to professionals and all the gray area in between. It's basically gonna be composed of four main sections: the home section, a forum section, an administrative section, and a course learning section. What basically Dr. Shaheen and her team needed for us to do was a web portal, or the home section, to serve as a middleman from between the project and the public. The home section is gonna be it was responsible for displaying the program's purpose and objectives, displaying the program's latest news and collaborators and team members, displaying all the current milestones, the events, and the achievements, and as well as displaying the summit event that happened in mid-November, where many speakers were featured to talk more about the program, how it was going to help the public. We were basically responsible for having all this information for the public, having the schedule ready, having all the speakers that were featured. We had a live stream webcast for all those that couldn't attend the event, that they could easily from their homes, from their own personal computers, they could access the event and be part of it. And of course, display some of the courses, some of the first few courses offered from the program for everyone disregarding their needs or their needs and or the knowledge so far. Basically, how the courses section is gonna work is gonna ask you a few set of questions where it's gonna know what's your knowledge on the topic you want to learn about. If you have little knowledge or no knowledge about that topic, about that course, it will give you a very basic courses for you to learn from scratch. But if you have more experience or you're a professional in the field, it's gonna give you way advanced courses. The courses will be AI based. So basically, the courses are gonna be like hands-on courses where you using the AI technology, you're gonna be able to actually work like if you're actually there, but you're not actually there since you're using AI. Some of the technologies that we use was Apache Ubuntu. We use PHP's Laravel framework. We use jQuery, Tailwind CSS. We use GitHub for our repositories. We use Azure DevOps. Some of the architectural patterns that we use was a browser server model. Since the product owners needed a working version as soon as possible, we decided to implement this model. It has the ability to improve and change with future requirements to suit the needs of the project. It also makes maintenance easier and the project more resilient. This web application it was fully generated on the server side and then sent to the browser. We use MVC and for controller for design patterns. We use a PHP framework called Laravel, which is use model view controller design pattern, which it fit perfectly for our needs in this project. We use front controller pattern, and it provides a centralized request handling mechanism so that all requests will be handled by a single handler. This handler can do the authentication, authorization, and login and tracking of requests, and then pass them pass the request to the corresponding handlers. The system that where the website is running is just a simple virtual machine running on Ubuntu, and it has Apache listening on port 80 with the PHP module enabled. So every time a new request comes through the port, it passes it to PHP, which then, using the front-end controller, the same pattern executes Laravel. The sequence diagram basically goes from the web browser. It gets the HTTP request to Ubuntu server, then it gets to the Docker port to Apache, then the PHP thread to a PHP, and then to the front-end controller to Laravel, and then it returns all the way back. In our case, we only used one test case since knowledge was being handled, and all the pages were static content. We only implemented this one test case. We basically verified that all the URIs of the website were reachable, and since we were expected 200 code to be returned every time all these URIs were accessed. And of course, although the results were expected, they were all passed.